We are part and parcel of what we do. You're still here, Katie Foster? Okay, let's choose you a card. Katie, I'm choosing you one of my flower cards. Hello, Natalie. Judith. Hello, sweetheart. Right. Katie, you've got this one. It's light. You can look at all the colours of the rainbow in there. The fairy is just showing you how much light you have with you at the moment. And it says here, the fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light into your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. The colours here, as I look at them, I'm fine, Judith, thank you. Um, Katie, there is so much going on in your life at the minute that sometimes you feel at a loss with yourself. I see all these colours, and especially the beautiful green and the blue, which is mingled. And this shows me that you've got to speak out a situation that's with you at the moment. You just need to say to yourself, I'm ready to move forward on my pathway, but I need to put the past to bed. But here, somebody has been speaking out of turn. So, what I'm asking you to do is speak out, tell them how you feel, but also show people that you are stronger than what others think you are. I have a lady with you. The lady is a small lady. She's wearing a hairnet. I feel she always used to put rollers in her hair and then the hairnet on. I can see her pushing and shoving around a kitchen area, and I can see her backside in the air, and she's looking into cupboards. She was a lady that was strong-willed, and I do feel a grandmother as she comes forward. She's just saying, I had to give you the name of Anne and also Catherine. She's saying here, there's been a situation where you've felt a bit out of sorts, but she said it will get better. I know with you, sweetheart, you just have to start to believe in yourself again. All right, Lovey, we'll leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Judith Rouse, let's talk to you, shall we? I'm going to give you a flower card. And I'm going to give you this one. And this is the pulsatia. Can you see this beautiful purple flower? And this is showing me that in your spiritual self, you are quite strong. But sometimes you don't always see the big picture. And this flower is showing me the pink and purple come together. The pink is for your mother love, and the purple is for your spiritual love. And it says here, I release old emotions that no longer serve my being. Judith, I am fine. There's quite a lot going in your life at the moment. And I feel you just need to push and shove back and don't let people push you into different directions. I feel you've got quite a lot to do in this life, but sometimes you have to start to believe that you can do it. Judith, I have a lady with you, and this lady, she's telling me that she was the life and soul of the party. I don't know whether this is a mother figure or an aunt's figure, but she's showing me that you have had to push things away and you've had to lock away your own emotions. Sometimes you feel at a loss with what you have been doing, but it will get better. I'm shown here that you have had to push things away. I don't know whether it's to do with the past or whether it's to do with what life is holding you. I know there's a lot going on in your life. I'm not getting any comments, so I don't know whether people are not on or whether it is the problem with Facebook, but I am, yeah, okay, love. Okay, Judith, I'm talking to you, sweetheart. I know as I'm talking to you, this lady is saying that sometimes there's someone around you that needs a kick up the backside. So whether it's you or someone around you, I just know there is a lot going on, but I know at the end of the day, you will find you again. Judith, the lady's just given me Margaret, and she just said I had to give you Sylvia. She's saying about knowing your limits. So I know that you've been asking people for helping hand, but I know at the end of the day, whatever you do, it will get better. Gentleman now comes and he brings you a spade, and he says, you've always said a spade is a spade, and whatever life has held for you, you've always managed to push yourself first. I know you are a strong lady, and I know you give a lot of yourself, but at the end of the day, Judith, you just need to stand your ground in the situation you are in now. Always remember, sweetheart, when push comes to the shove, just know that you are ready to take the next step, which is forward. Look to September, where things will start to balance out a bit, and then look to December, where you will find yourself again. It's like I want to give you some knitting wool and some needles and say, let's knit a blanket that can keep us safe. So I feel the healing blanket is needed around you. And I'm yawning here. I feel you're so tired and a bit out of sorts. But at the end of the day, let's find you again. All right, sweetheart? I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Natalie Dunn, please. Let's talk to you. Natalie, you've got the fairy card, Shine from Within. When I look at the colours, it's pink and purple. The pink is for maternal love, and I want to say that the lovely greeny purpley colour that's around you is the healing that is needed for you, sweetheart. It said, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Natalie, you are a beautiful girl. You've got so much going on for you in this time, but I feel as though you're a bit like this at the moment. I feel you just need a push. And once we can give you that push, you'll find who you are again. There's also something I feel that you need to find a circle that can help you to progress fully. I know with you, Natalie, there is so much pushing and shoving in your life that you don't know where you are at the minute, but it will get better. I have a lady with you, and I feel this lady's your nan. She's showing me her fingers, and I feel her skin was peeling on her hands because she's just showing me that. She's saying here, your strength and your knowledge comes from within. Use it well. I'm seeing with her a sailor, and I don't know whether that is her son or her husband, but I know he was a sailor. He was in the Royal Navy. Again, I feel as though I need some time for me. She's telling me that you just need to get a bit more sleep and also to find you again. Sweetheart, just look to where there are things happening around you, and you just need to just walk your path the way you can and show that you are important. Right, I've got a gentleman here with you, and this gentleman is giving me the names of Adrian And also he's given me the name of William. So whether they're to do with family or friends, I don't know. But I'm just giving you that because there's so much love there for you. Your strength, as I said before, your knowledge comes from within. And that's your guides and helpers that are coming forward. It's like I'm shown a doorway. And this doorway is like if you shut that door, then you're ready to take the next step. You have lots of commitments. Use the commitments well. Find you again. But Natalie, just remember, the gentleman's just brought you some beautiful primroses, and the primroses are given to you with love. Okay. Well, Veronica, I don't know why, but I'm getting no comments at all. I've just got one more lady on here, Linda Scallilon. Are you still here, Linda? Can you let me know if you're still here? Linda Scallion? I'm just not getting anything here. Oh, you understood all of that, did you, sweetheart? I'm glad. But thank you, Natalie, for working with me. So, Linda, if you're still here, I'm going to choose you a flower card. And here you go. You've got the Nomocaris. And that is a lovely white flower that's tinged with pink. It is a wildflower and it grows in abundance. And it says, I experience freedom by becoming aware and having compassion. So you are a compassionate person. You give a lot of yourself. And I know as I look at this flower here, it is showing me that your strength comes in twos. So maybe you and your partner or you and your children, but whoever it is, there's always twos. I'm shown here that you have the makings of being a very good medium, but you need that lovely circle to help you to progress. This lovely pink Nomocaris, well, it is a whitey pink, is showing me that you have lots of love to give to others. I know your freedom comes from knowing who you are. I see the big vista and I can see you looking, which way do I go next? How can I make myself see where I'm going, Linda? I know you have a lot to give to others. Lady comes forward. I don't know if it's your nan or your mum. She tells me that she had a cancer condition before she passed to the spirit world. She's showing me drawers full of old paperwork. So I don't know whether you've got some paperwork to sort out for her or you've got paperwork for yourself. But I'm shown paperwork in a drawer. I'm shown here to say to you, every dog has his day, and you have to remember that. There is a lot going on. Your mum, is it, sweetheart? She's saying here that the paperwork you sort out, don't forget you have to get the names off it and probably burn it. Excuse me a minute. Hello, it looks like a scam call that. If they want me, they'll ring me back. Okay. Linda, she's saying to me, always make sure to take the headings off the letters. You don't want people to come back to you. She's saying you have to sort out things first so that you can get onto the right track. Sweetheart, she's showing me a tea service with flowers on. So I don't know whether you've got that tea set or she's showing me it. But she always had her tea and her coffee out of a china cup and saucer. Linda, she's showing me raining, and it's like it's absolutely pouring down with rain. And she just said to me, it never rains, but it pours. So I feel you've been going through a situation where you haven't found you. Maybe there's the need just for a few moments, just to set yourself free. Linda, I'm giving Mary, Jean, and also I am given the name of Dorothy. I'm also shown a gentleman that's coming forward, and this gentleman's about 5'9". I feel he was in the army. He loved to be outside. He's showing me his garden. There is lots going on in your life at the moment. But I know at the end of the day, whatever has happened, it will get better. Linda, the gentleman's just brought you some white roses, and the white roses are for always, for everlasting life, for always. But just remember, you have to sort your own life out and find you. Okay, sweetheart? I'm going to leave that with you. Now I've got nobody else on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose some cards. And if anybody can relate to what I'm saying, those who are not but are around, theory spotting. And this is the person, right? Katie Newkirk. So let's talk to you. And this is fairy spotting. Can you see? Look at the beautiful purple that's around her. It said it's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Katie, it's time to put yourself first. I feel with you at the moment that everything is push, shove, but I want you to start to stand up for yourself. Katie Newkirk, remember, that's your name. Use it and say, I am special. I can do whatever I want to do, and it will always sort itself out. There's a sense with you, sweetheart, of knowledge. Maybe you are going back to college or you're doing something to help yourself, but I know that you have to sort out your own life first. Sweetheart, I've got a lady with you, and this lady, she's small, about 5'2". She's wearing a pair of sandals. Her feet are very, very swollen. So I know she had either something wrong with her waterworks or she had problems with her feet. She's saying here that you have the strength and the knowledge. You just have to push yourself forward again. Katie, she's given me the names of Margaret and also Doreen. Family or friends? I just know with you, sweetheart, that you have to just push things away and find you again. The world's your oyster. Just find yourself, and you can always be the best you can. All right, sweetheart? Right, I have a gentleman with you. The gentleman's about 5'10". He's very much slim in the body. He liked a nice drink. He loved to go to the pub and play dominoes. I feel a grandfather as he comes forward. I know that he got so much love to give you, and he brings you a beautiful, I want to say it's a hydrangea, a pink hydrangea. But I know the gentleman is with the lady, and the lady brings you some coconut fairy cakes as a memory. But at the end of the day, just remember your family are with you every step of the way. And we'll leave that with you. So, anybody else here, will you please ask for a card? And I'll choose you a card. Anybody around, please? All right, Mel. Okay, sweetheart, let's give Mel Whelan a card because, okay, sweetheart, Mel, you've got the foxglove, Mel Whelan's. Can you see that? Mel, it says, I embrace my own gift for healing. So are you a healer? Do you send your healing out by thought, or do you send healing out any other way? The foxglove is the healing card because this is the one that makes digitalis for heart conditions. And I know I've got a lady here who had a heart condition. I don't know if this is your grandma or it is your mum, but she brings you some beautiful, I want to give you daffodils, and also I want to give you some narcissus, the white daffodils. She's very much aware of the situation you're in at the moment. And she's saying that she sends out her thoughts for the healing to help. Mel, I feel there's problems with family. So whether the family has argued or there's something going on with illness, but I know the family, you need to bring the family back together again. I also see with her, she's showing me knitting a shawl. So there's a baby coming, and the baby is in the family somewhere, whether it's your own or family. But I know the shawl is being knitted for a baby. She brings you a peace lily also, and the peace lily is for your bedroom. She's just said to me, I've got to cook you a roast chicken so you can do the vegetables, so you've got a good dinner, a good dinner. I'm given Paul, and also I want to give you Jessie or Jessica. You are a healer. You do send it out. That's good. But the healing blanket, which you have got to knit, is going to help. Sweetheart, you have to start to believe in yourself again. Stop shilly-shallying. Get on with it and do it. The lady who's with you, either mum or grandma, she's very much a stickler for doing things right. She's saying about the key. The key's there for you to help yourself. But you need, at the end of this time, to find you again. Be yourself. That is what she's trying to tell me. I've got a little girl. So I don't know whether your daughter's having a little girl, but I'm seeing pink booties with pink ribbons. I'm also seeing as well a gentleman that's coming in. And this gentleman is very much a poser, I want to say. He was just saying to me that he liked to see things for what they were. He was a joker and he always had a lot to say for himself. Sweetheart, I'm giving Bill. and also Brian. So I know they're there with you. But at the end of the day, you've got to start to think about yourself again. Mel, don't shoot the messenger. We're just here to help you. All right? So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Okay, this is a silly way for working, but can I have another request? We've already seen Katie, haven't we? Is anybody else about who can ask for a reading? Okay. I'm choosing a card and it's called Temptation. Okay. Yeah, I've given a reading to Katie Foster. I've also given the other Katie Newkirk. I've already done that one. So those two are done. Okay. So I've done Katie Forster. If she reads back on, she'll find her message. I've read for Judith Rouse. I've read for Natalie Dunn. I've read for Linda Scallon. I've read for Mel. Right. Karen Berry. There you go, sweetheart. Temptation. And if you look, there's the snake, and this is the fairy, and that's the temptation. Are you being tempted by something? Which says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. And sometimes, sweetheart, it could mean smoking too much. That is a nasty habit. Another habit, and a nasty habit, could be gossiping. But I know, Karen, at the end of the day, it's just saying to you, temptation is there. Let it go. You don't need it anymore. I feel with you that you have problems with either your arm or your hand, because I've got a tingling in my left arm or my up to my shoulder. So maybe there's some healing needed around there. If it's not for you, there's someone in your family that is needing a bit of healing in the shoulder and the arm. I know there's also with you, I just feel you just need to sit back down, look at what's going on around you, and find you again. Karen, I have a lovely lady here with you. She's got greying hair, glasses. She's sitting at a table and she's reading a book. She's got a cup and saucer by her, and they are china. And she's drinking tea, and she's got some shortbread biscuits, and she's reading her book. She was a lady that just loved a little bit of time in an afternoon, and she sometimes would have the radio on and she would listen to Woman's Hour. I'm given the name of Doris and also Margaret for you as well. I know this lady was very much a homemaker. She loved the colour blue because she's shown me a really deep royal blue. And your left shoulder, that's what I said, left shoulder. So we'll send some healing for you, sweet. Karen, I know as this lady's talking to me, she said, you are a person that can help others, but sometimes you have to help yourself first. She's so much with you. She's shown me her oven. And as I look in the oven, I can see a piece of beef cooking. So she was very much a person for home cooking. She's very much sure that you know how far you've gone in this life. She's showing me a garden full of flowers, and I can see daffodils, and I can see tulips, and I can also see hyacinths. She loved her spring flowers. Although she loved her roses, she loved her spring flowers. She's saying here, your strength comes from knowing how far you've come. Karen, there's a gentleman now coming and he's got a squeaking wheelbarrow. I can hear the squeak as he's squeaking along. He loved to be outside in his garden. He's shown me an apple tree, and that apple tree, he used to grow the apples so his wife could do the cooking. Again, I'm feeling really tired. Ah, she loved the spring flowers, so she showed me them all. But this gentleman with you, I feel is your granddad because he's showing me the garden and he's also showing me as well that he used to grow sweet peas for your nan and freesias. So I know that he was very much a person. Correct, that's Cox apples. Cox pippins, he said. They're the best ones for a good pie. It gives me the name of Albert and also Alan. So I know they're connected around you. Sweetheart, he said to say to you, even as a child, you were picky. And he's saying, stop being so picky. Right. He said that you have to take care of number one, which is you. You need a circle that can help you, sweetheart. So just take it on board what I'm saying. And also, your lovely Nan is saying, I had to give you some pink tulips to take home. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Next, please, have we got somebody else that's going to request a reading on here? So go for it. Anybody who's around. I'm shuffling my cards. Donna Roy. Hello, Donna. Let's choose you a flower card. How about this one? The hellebore. I love this plant. Do you know why? Because it's perfectly green, and I love green. And I feel this is probably Irish connections, but I want to give you this lovely flower. It grows all along the borders and it overtakes quite a lot of the others, but it's such a beautiful green flower. And it said, everything is revealed to me with perfect timing. And Donna, I feel that's what's needed around you at this moment in time. I feel that you're going off cocked about something at the minute. Maybe somebody said something, or you've got something in the house which you've got to do, but you're going at it half cocked. I want to say to you, stop, take time, and look to what's gone on in the past and move forward and find you. I feel with you, sweetie, that you just need, just for a few moments, to say to yourself, I can take the next step. I can find who I am and I can show my support to others. I do have a lady with you. She's 5'4". She's very much a lady. Well, I can see her at the kitchen sink and she's scrubbing new potatoes. And I feel that she's just getting tea ready. She's scrubbing the potatoes with a little wire brush. She said, you can't peel new potatoes. You have to scrub them. And then she's putting them in a pan with some mint and she's getting it all ready. She's a lady that loved to cook. She loved to make things that were unusual, and she's very much like a lady off my own back, likes making experiments. So if she had a piece of meat, she would decide what she was going to do with it, and she would make it up as she was going along. Is it your mum that loved to cook and you loved to make things out of nothing? Because I'm seeing a lamb, a lamb breast, and she's wrapped it all up with nuts and with onions and all kinds of things, and she's tied it up and she's roasting it in the oven. And I know she also was a lady that would she'd make mend and do. She'd do things for say she's got a box of something and some of the bits were broken, she would sort it out and try and mend the ones that she didn't. But if you had a pair of jeans that were too shabby, she'd put a patch on. She was that kind of lady. Make, do, and mend. I feel she had problems with her eyesight before she passed to the spirit world, because she showed me blurred vision. So it's either her or you have got a bit of blurred vision at this moment. She said I had to give you Pauline, and I also had to give you also Brenda. So I don't know whether they're connected around you somewhere. As she sat down, there's a gentleman come into the room. Ah, there you go then. Thank you for confirming that. She also made cakes as well. She's just saying. But I've just got this gentleman coming in, and he's come for a cup of tea and a sandwich. And she just said to him, "You're too late. You can make your own." She was a bit faddy. Oh, it's your eyes that I saw today. I know I just got blurred vision. Sweetheart, the gentleman I feel is your dad. He's saying here that it's a damn nuisance when I can't get a sandwich. And he's gone into the pantry and he's got out the bread, he's got some cheese and some pickle, and he's making himself cheese and pickle sandwich. The lady's laughing. She says, "There you go, you can do it." She's a bit faddy though. Right, sweetheart. I'm given Bill or Billy or William. I'm also given as well, I think it's Richard. Richard? Yeah, Richard. So I know they're connected around you, sweetheart. But Donna, you need to expand your vision. And what I mean by that is on your spiritual pathway, make sure you get a decent circle that can help you move forward. And I do feel a pencil and a book is needed. Thank you. But I've just asked for something special for you, and I am given a lovely little pot of crocuses. And I'm going to say to you, thank you for working with me. So thanks, Donna. Right, who's going to come next? Somebody who wants to request a card? Thanks, Donna, for working with me. Right, anybody else want to? Ross Sherry, there you go, lovey. You've got go outside. Isn't that pretty? And it says, it is time to go outside. Time into the powerful peace of nature. So tune it in. Whatever you are and feel at one with your habitat. So feel as though you need to get out and about and find you again. Because as I look at this colour, it's a deep purple, and that's your spirituality. But all the colours that are shining from it, the white, the blue, the green, the yellow, and the orange. It's all outside. And it's like looking at nature. And I feel you need to find you again by finding nature. Ros, as I'm talking to you, I feel you've been questioning yourself. And the questions are, how am I going to get on? Will I be able to find myself? I see a traffic light. And I see the traffic light is at orange at the minute, but it will change to green over the next few days. I've got a lady here with a pain in the stomach. I know she passed with stomach cancer. I know, Ros, this would be mom or grandma. She's saying about your ear, your left ear. Have you been hearing strange sounds in your ear? The lady with you is showing me that she suffered quite a lot before she passed to the spirit world. Ros, she gives me the names of Margaret, Dorothy, maybe known as Dot, and also she's given me Pearl. I'm hearing that song, Pearl's the singer, so I know that Pearl is connected. Sweetheart, she just said to say to you, now is the time to make the changes and make the changes happen. Just know at the end of the day, you're important. You have a lot to give, but you have to stand your ground. Okay. Gentleman now comes in and he gives me the name of Harry. And I know Harry is either uncle or father. He's showing me with binoculars. He loved to go bird watching. And he loved to go night watching. He would love the snowy owl. He gives me the name of Paul. And he's also just given me also Alan and Charlie. Something wrong with the teeth. Is it you that's got a problem with your teeth? Or was it him? But I know there's a problem with the teeth. There's a baby boy in the spirit world that belongs with you. And this baby boy absolutely loves you to pieces. So it's either your brother or it's your boy yourself. I'm shown swans. And I heard the song Seven Swans Are Swimming. So maybe an anniversary for Christmas. I just know, Ros, you just have to find you again and go out and find nature. I know the love that you're given from the spirit world is second to none. I'm told to give you a lovely, the sickleman, a lovely sickleman plant. And I need to give you that with love. Okay, and I'm leaving that with you and say thank you for working with me. Who else would like a card? Anybody else around that wants a card? Because obviously I can't see anything here today. So I'm going to choose for whoever comes next. The Ragged Robin. Daniela, okay? You've got the Ragged Robin. Isn't that pretty? Always reminds me of a spider, this. Danielle, you was just with me? Danielle Scallon? Okay, you've got the Ragged Robin. And it says, I trust and believe in the angelic realms. And I know as I look at this lovely flower, it is a wildflower. And it does, quite often, the little birds love to take the seeds. Daniela, this flower, the beautiful pink, is for maternal love, and the beautiful purple is for your spirituality. I have a lady here with you, and the lady, she gives me the names of Sheila and Shirley. I feel they were sisters. But the lady I have with you is wearing a pink overall and she's cleaning windows. I can see her in her kitchen and I can see her busy, busy, busy. She has a set of steps and she's up and down these steps doing different things. I can see her sewing at a machine now, and I don't know whether she was a curtain maker or she was somebody that was a dressmaker, but I know the sewing machine was always going. Sweetheart, I don't know whether this is your grandma or your mom, but I know this lady, she was so much a busy person. I'm given Edna, Elsie, and also Olive for you as well. And I know that there has been a little bit of a kerfuffle in your life. Maybe somebody that's been pushing you too hard. Maybe it's to do with a job, but I know you need to stand your ground and say your piece. All right? This is what the lady's saying to me, and she's just brought you a tin of chocolate finger biscuits. So I know she always had a tin of those on pat. Whenever you were sad, she would make you a cup of tea and give you a biscuit. As the ladies, oh, she just gave me Alice as well. So that they are there with you. I've got a gentleman now, and he's up an apple tree, and I can see him. He's right at the top, taking the apples off the top. And as he gets them, he's wrapping them up in tissue paper and putting them in a box. And he said he's keeping them for Christmas. He's shown me also a plum tree, and he's picking plums. And I feel the grandma would make plum jam with these plums. He was always a busy bee, up and down, doing things, sorting things out. He used to grow rhubarb as well, because I could see him picking rhubarb for a pie. He's very much a gentleman, and I know that he would have helped anybody. Daniela, I just feel he wanted to say to you, now is the time to put the past behind and walk forward on your pathway. But he's very much a person that got on with his work. His hands were really calloused. And yes, I do feel it is your granddad. He just said, just to say to you, yeah, plums. That's what I wanted to say, that. I feel he had problems with his throat before he went to the spirit world. But he comes to bring you peace of mind and just to let you know that he's always around you. I'm going to give you a beautiful red rose from him. And he just said, love yourself for who you are. Okay, we'll leave that with you. And I want one more person just to come and say hello and ask for a card, please. Anybody else that's here? Thank you, Danielle, for working with me. I just want one more person, please, who needs a reading. Thank you. Oh, dear. I don't know. I've lost it then, so I'm having issues. Having issues.